I had a phone I could show you guys because I had a picture of her when she come out of surgery. If you don't like blood, I don't either. Um, but she is doing better. She is up and moving around. She is working a lot. She's now working for my dad, if you didn't know. Yes, she is doing a lot better than I was hoping. The surgery would have lasted more longer than it should have. I didn't think for her to come out of anesthesia just as fast as I thought she would. Um, Now she was in the hospital one night. They said they was going to admit her to the hospital one night, and she would have to stay overnight to be monitored to see how she does overnight. Well, the next morning she gets up and she's like, "Well, I might get to go home today. I'm hoping." So she was home, and I got here. It was probably around maybe 4ish, 5ish, somewhere in there that day. Um, and I'd gotten back from vacation, and she was sitting on the couch, and I really couldn't understand her because she was so mumbly, and she had it done on her neck, is which it's never been a good thing. But she is doing better. There's no more pain. There's no more nothing. Finally, but oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell you about a miserable pain in that arm. Guys, I would have to rub her down all the time before she had surgery. It was like non-stop. And about the time she went to bed, she was worse. In the morning she got up, she was worse. As the day went on, it kept getting worse, worse, and worse. And so finally, they got her in for surgery that evening, as which I was pretty happy about that situation. I was ready for that to happen. Well, she come out of it so entirely so fast. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what all went. I don't know if they had drugged her up so much on medicine while she was admitted to the hospital. But my lord, she came out of it like the sky had lit up in blue stripes. And so that evening I got home and she was like, "Well, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm doing better." Well, it went okay. The night before, she had a lot of more pain and more pain and more pain. So finally, she got up and come out of anesthesia like it wasn't nothing, like the roof had been up all night. And so my dad brought her home that evening, and boy, let me tell you, she was wide open. And by the time she got home from surgery that evening, she was wide open. And you know, oh, we're gonna get released, I'm hoping, from her doctor Tuesday. Um, I just want to tell you guys that I'm hoping and praying this will eventually let her go. I hope. Um, but she has just been. I mean, it's just been crazy. I mean, as much pain that she's been in, but she has been a trooper. I will give her that. Um, you know, as much as that she has worked, she has not hurt herself anymore, which I was pretty much glad of that. And then we normally have neighbors next door that lives next door. Let me tell you about that night. Okay, here's another story. So anyway, so Dad got home. It was probably about 5:30 that evening. It might have been 6 o'clock that evening or something or another. And anyway, so Dad got home and went to work and come back home at 5 o'clock. Well, about 7 or 8ish, that pain started kicking in so bad. So she was screaming from the top of her lungs, and I mean, you guys, I wish I had a film. That was so horrible. And she was screaming bloody murder. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So one of the neighbors hadn't called the law because they probably would have came out being like, what in the world's going on? And so that evening, I listened to the screaming, the yelling, and everything else, and I'm like, oh, good Lord, y'all. I wish I had filmed her. Oh, let me tell you what she done. So one evening, she's like, well, I need to go to the restroom. So, well, I got her up, took her in there, and she's like, what in the world just happened? I was like, I don't even know. It looked like a bunch of water just came out. And the funny thing was, so I got her back in here on the couch, and it was about 10 o'clock-ish at night anyway, because I stayed up with her most of the nights. And so I came back, and I was like, well, I'm going to try to go to bed till about 10 or 11 o'clock. Well, I get up at 11, she's passed out asleep. So I get up and I'm hearing, I'm like, oh, good Lord. And I mean, by the time we got her done and got surgery over with, that night, it was just so dramatic, guys. I wish I'd have filmed that. And from 11 o'clock to 12, she was grunting, and it just sounded like, oh my Lord, y'all. Shoo! That night from 10 o'clock till 11, grunting all night long. And I'm like, oh my Lord, just please go to sleep. And then that night, is which I couldn't find her. So, there was that night. I'll tell you where she ended up. So we have a den across from the workroom, and she had went in there and went to bed. Well, about 5:30 in the morning, she was back in the recliner, grunting, and it was just awful, guys. And if you didn't know, and so by the time we got her home back from surgery, it looked like she was so drugged up on medicine. Like, I've never seen somebody bounce back that quick from anesthesia. If you didn't know, yes, she bounced back like the sky lit up out of blue. And she was wide open all day long. And I'm like, y'all really just doped her up for nothing. And so she is better, like I said. I am trying to keep my hopes up that they will release her Tuesday, I hope. For Lord forbid, I hope they do. Now, this house kind of don't get to me as much as it does, but it always will get to me every once in a while. Like, if I'm stuck in this house or I go to the shop or whatever, that shop is not feeling like home. I can give you that. And, you're there from 5:30 to about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And it gets tossome. And, like, you're just sitting there just staring at vehicles coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And it's crazy. And we can't even get work done. We're supposed to be working on my room upstairs. You know that you have seen that video. Did it get accomplished? Nope. Well, of course I've told you guys this before. He's got to have breaks every 5 seconds and eat 3 candy bars a day. Or he's got to eat a pack of nabs, or he's got to have 3 candy bars a day. And it's crazy. And it's like you would ask him a simple question and it couldn't even remind what you even said. And then I go to pick up a piece of plywood today, and I cut my finger. So I hadn't cut it down deep because I had to hold it up on the ceiling. And we got halfway done. Well, almost halfway done. So he's like, well, we got to put it up. We got to put it down. We got to put it up. We got to put it down. I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. So about finally after he had left, I mean, we were just swamped. And I mean, it looked like roof jumped out of water. And, let me repeat myself. Monday through Friday, we're open 1 to 5. At 5 o'clock from now on, guys, if you are watching this video and you come to Randy's Tire Shop, I am going to repeat myself. We close for lunch 12 to 1. We will reopen at 1 o'clock. I don't know how much simpler I got to tell you guys that. And if you didn't know, I'm still trying to get my room done. Guys, it has been a absolutely beat trying to get it done. And it's to a point to where it bothers me at a point to where I feel like I'm not getting anything accomplished. It's just sitting there in the middle of the floor. And we started on this room back, I guess maybe it was a Monday or Tuesday, I think is when we started on it. So, if you guys didn't watch that video, I hope you understand where I'm coming from, but it has been absolutely a nightmare. And I mean, it has been a one more nightmare. And the much that everything goes and everything will, I know that I need to slow down and take a break because, I work every day and it's just Monday we're off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we work, and it's like, it's like I can't get a break. I can't eat my lunch because there's so many customers coming in, and I don't know, it's just a lot. And I mean, it just feels like I can't get nothing done. And when I need help, no one shows up. Like you ask for help to do anything, but it don't get accomplished. It's still sitting there on the floor, if you didn't see that video. I'd asked him to do it before. Does it ever get accomplished? What's my word? Nope. If you wonder. It's just like, part of me wants to question. Hold on. Let me turn this music on. But anyway, like I was saying, it was just like so much to be dealt with, and a lot of it's just stressing me out. And YouTube especially, I'm having to upload every day, and I cannot get a break. And you guys wonder where I'm at. Well, you see that video, and I'm just sitting there looking at a roof. It's the only thing I can tell you. And just sitting there like a sheet metal. I mean, it's just it aggravates me. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I will keep you guys posted in March of what happens at my doctor's appointment. I will let you guys know, and hopefully, I'm hoping I won't have to go back until another 1,000 months. I'm going to try to get them to release me from the doctor's office. I'm hoping if I can get my words straight. I want to be released. I need to be on my own. And, I don't need doctors all the time. And, you guys, I just tell you, it's just a mess. But I don't know, you all. Just keep me in your prayers, and hopefully something will end up working out. But anyway. Well, I love you guys, and just like I said, just stay tuned for that update, and try to keep you guys posted as much as I can to let you know where I'm at. And I'll keep you guys updated if the room gets done or not. I'll let you guys see that room tour once we get it done. It's almost done, we only like in one more wall, then it's all complete. We got one out tomorrow that can't help us because he's got to go have surgery on his eye. So keep him in your prayers, and hopefully everything will get better and he'll be back to work, hopefully. So I'm sorry, guys, if you hear the TV in the background. That's my dad. Once again, he turns his TV up so loud to where you can't even stand it, and it's just, you guys. But anyway, until I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace. Love you guys.